Hello, and welcome to the Devin and Dorfin Twitch stream, where we have been out for a month. I would like to call it a sabbatical, but I was just broadcasting elsewhere. Facebook Live. I was kind of doing a, hi folks and fam and people in my life, this is what I've been doing for 3 years, and I curated the 1100 episodes into 30, and, really whittled down, for those portfolio cover letter resume type shits. That was all of October. You know what? Let's see. After a month of not being around, I'm wondering if the chatbots are all gone, or are they all? Oh, we have broadcaster, which is me, and no one else. All the chatbots have flown away, so we are alone together. Meaning just me, because no one else is watching, because I only have 30 audience members. And they may revisit once in a while. Like special guest stars or something that I don't realize are there until way late. But what are we doing now? Some time ago, maybe a few years ago, for some reason I decided to kind of do a scenario that's kind of like David Byrne. That's, come along with me and we'll go on a bicycle and we'll travel the country. Anyway, I like in True Stories, the movie that he did long ago. So, kind of like that. Here's what I have so far.
We ride our bicycle with David Byrne and we tour America and learn how unusual, futurist, heavy, optimistic delusion, yet in the end pretty okay we as a nation are if you forget the war parts. The night is a warm, soothing breath of calm against the usually hectic streets of New York. A thick tension envelops the silent room like a cloak of mystery. No sound is audible, save for the faint snores that emanate from the neighboring bedrooms. Hello, David Byrne here, in a hostel in the neighborhood of Chelsea. I did not pay for a bed. I'm just shooting this here intro before we start our travels. So the other members of our musical collective haven't arrived yet, and while we wait for them, you and I will go exploring on our very own adventure bike. We'll explore some of the lesser-known roads to help you in your own trips one day, and all while getting to know each other and enjoying the feeling of traveling one revolution at a time. Let's keep pedaling until we reach Brooklyn. Then we'll enjoy a pastrami sandwich. I have some good black and white pictures of murals depicting current events on them, which is always a fun hobby. Oh, look, there goes Richard Belzer in his smart suit and his dark shades and riding on his sleek 10-speed down the West Side Highway. One time I mistook him for Rick Ocasek, and Richard totally didn't mind. Hey, Richard, it looks like there are cameras everywhere now. I owe you $20. We had a bet in 1987, and I thought he might have gone mad, but instead he was giving a vision of the future. Go figure. Ah, smell those delicious fried fish heads are giving me nostalgia for Manhattan. Let's keep pedaling towards the Javits Convention Center and the Liberty State Park across the Hudson. How about this trivia? I always carry a magnet from home with me when I'm away. That helps me not get too homesick. Sometimes I like to check out the souvenirs at the gift shop at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, usually looking for whatever objects I like to collect, like sculptures or modern paintings or anything vaguely unique. The museum has a lot of my photos of interesting public art, plus a giant mosaic inside their public restroom. Cool, right? Man, Times Square is And who put all those M&Ms in one place? What if they blow up a dirty bomb here and destroy all these concept M&Ms that no one will get to enjoy forever? Look at the lime green. I was waiting for that to circulate. And the 7 different grays. Right? Amazing. Do they all taste the same? I'm going to sample the pistachio and find out. Just kidding. I hate nuts. But now I'm regretting skipping breakfast. Let's head to Grand Central and eat a hot dog or some nachos before we grab the train. Do you ever think about global warming and worry that the tiniest decision we make could be contributing to it? Like when you tie a knot to anchor your bike or throw away your plastic bag? No. Getting a hot dog in Times Square? Are you crazy? The hot dog water is superior on the east side. Let's get a move on. No, to me, riding our bike in circles on a bike track with a famous guitarist is really weird. I just go with it because I am a good and committed musician. Oh, did you bring your horn? Johnny Marr, do you have that cooling rag? I need to dampen my forehead. Thanks. Hey, have you heard the new Arcade Fire record? So after passing through Connecticut, we enter Mass, which I don't care for, on account of my Brooklyn history. There's Boston and all, but that's not home. We get a warm welcome in New Haven, oh, with all their Yale Bulldogs everywhere, watching us with their glazed donut eyes. Speaking of junk food, let's eat. Haven't you heard that snacking releases endorphins or some crap? Didn't you hear that dumb jingle? No? Pull over, we're doing the jingle right now. Johnny Marr, get the guitar. I wouldn't be singing this if it weren't essential to the plot. Don't got time to bake a big red like pie. Just a donut on a stick's my attitude. Am I reaching you in Indiana? Hey there! Try a honey butter one. Yum yum. These kids come in black licorice and everything. Why should the color of a snack be any sort of indication of its flavor? Do you eat gummy worms? No. Because that's green? Shut up. Hey, Cincinnati, look at you go. It's a Reds fan by nature. Hey, everybody in Atlanta, don't be discouraged. Look at a cycle all the way here. Am I talking about the Civil War or a bit of irony? No, both. Cycling takes you so far, you can relate to both perspectives. In this democratic nation, let's go eat peach cobbler and relax with the great scenery at Stone Mountain. Out this way, you see all the big box stores and all those chains and those fences you can't just keep hopping over. Shocking, right? Though in Chicago they can just see through you, while New York won't pay much attention to your motives. Maybe everyone's an exhibitionist when it comes to their attitudes and personalities, do you think? Well, either way, let's go across the Town Dyke Tunnel or whatever. Let's kick it like we're all high school homecoming dancers at midnight and pump up the beats of our hearts. Ah yes, give me a cold one. I'll roll a jelly roll. Pass that to us all night long. Sorry, folks, that was meant for the younger crowd. There must be something in these waters. I just placed the test strip in this here river. Just a few more seconds and we should be getting a readout of the regional composition. Alkaline versus basic. Any old water tastes the same to me, but chemistry can tell you so much about a place, down to the soil and beyond. Imagine learning the names of all the minerals. Here's a readout of what's in the water. Nothing. Must be our fault that water in Cleveland is gross. Nothing good left in this region anymore. Wanna chat with me? See Bang Dirty Waiter Zero on the watercolor board? Come on, it's no surfing safari, but we all know you came back and missed these little renditions. So tell me, would you love me and then have to break my heart in Maine? It's a personal choice. If you felt for me and showed that you cared, well, I would get my cup of sugary maple delight and would sit here and eat with you, and we'd float our petticraft into the bucolic, dreamy, twinkling sunset. Hey, wait, were you writing that down? Why don't you write me a poem instead? The next word could always start with my name, huh? But we won't make this a competition. Not if we are here to travel and chill, not gel like jelly bean bugs caught in a zebra crosswalk. Come on, grab that down ivory co, and let's go downtown to feast like Italian carnivores. Am I tired of those cliches yet? What? You want to go to a sundown city? Is that a place where people sit on their porches and wave farewell to the big given ball of fire as it bids us see you soon to the American Empire? Well, that sure sounds fun. Let's pop a popper and eat a batch of lemon drop sundaes. Because after that, there's no coming back until summertime rolls around and the neon lights cast all those languid vibes all up in this town. Oh, look, a taffy house. I bet we can eat so much here that we won't need our gummy fangs to bite off pieces, since the sugar will disintegrate like microgreens on a granular hard surface. Is it just me, or does the candy maker overwork this joint? What are those white particles? Ha! Jokes? Hey, did you just nano-engineer a response? Do you think what we just said is interesting enough for nanocomputers to pick up on? Now, 13B. It's nice, not thrilling, but it was cute. Now, could you bring the beatbox and show me how to create rhythm? I'm 18 digits behind with all this acoustic programming. So let's head over to this drum circle and give it a taste. The sun is off to see other people. Rala. Opa. La fawita perfetta patopa papoika hajudu dabadu I fibipada pidibu. 9 BD5E 72 word processor. Please cleanse the speaker of its foreign content. Whoa, the sound level in Oklahoma has us clutching our overexcitement and jumping jolly hoppins. Let's relax here and shake a little bras. Me moment, Nams me. Okay, that was harsh. Let's eat a hamburger and dance like it's going out of style. Do you think a hamburger should be named Big Moan for the sake of comedy? Do you remember Cousin Zaya? Who are we? Nope. Let's get a latte and do pomegranate toe exercises for next season's Hobby Ritter. Hi. Let's blow this out yon deal and party the Rockerick. Scrap everything I said and we can make millions off a Keto Mupidrak and Daddy Bigo Padiddle recipe book. But first, owe me your meat and give me more kisses. Yeehaw to this yak and shuck a bucker future. Why? 'Cause our dastardly nunchucks hurt out back in so many things that don't make sense. Boo my grazy. But hey, don't push me or else you'll have to take me for another twerk. Wait! Do not go that way! That is Quebec. My passport is expired, and it was pandemic when I thought to reactivate it. And then I just got too busy with my secret experiments with home remedies and Chinatown-based herbalism. Let's skip this border and hit Tata Score and use Skittles for the flavor and Vina before the traffic ramps up. Because in this world of short skirts and 16 shots away, kid, that may be how you go, eh? Dodge City! Well, look at those beautiful turkeys! Thanksgiving season. Let's go shake hands with Johnny Boy before we feast. Quick trivia. Would we ever cheat on each other with him? It's that sort of sentimentality, thinking two males can be together at one time. In these sorts of times and scenarios. Silly, right? Sorry, I had a few fruity minutes before you boarded. So go on. Johnny Two Muffs is missing you and wishing he could feel you in all places. Hey, why don't we write him a poetry message? My brother's a director of an ice calf. He can send it with a special bouquet of jasmine and a fine pea. Peppercorn cigar. Sure, it seems like a stretch, but his cousin went to a music conference and he might play it for a set. Genius. Yeah, say less. Viva Los Angels!
Wait.
Where manifest destiny went unalive when there was no more lead to manifest. But maybe we can forgive by learning how to serve, meditating in quiet coves, and smoking those great green sativa plants like we used to back home. Then I can post all those hot photos on the gram like feeling this vibe.
Hold on. Forthcoming. Yes, what's the fullest? What's the fullest name for it? Come on. What's the full name of Los Angeles? El pueblo de Nuestra Señora. Yes. El pueblo de Nuestra Señora la Reina de los Ángeles. Mr. Rat.
Correction. I must viva the full name of this vast city planet. Del Pueblo de Nuestra Senora la Reina de Los Angeles. Your move, spoke the chicana Natty aloud from behind the waterfall while crossing the Grecian columns in lavender. Onwards, my D. And, brothers, let's create a real band that has a mission to change the world, not just slay covers. While surfing tectonic crust motions on a Saturday morning, daydream of an earthquake and forgetting where we were actually supposed to go after. Past the gang, you got to keep dreaming that day away. Hash, you wish hash, not that go walking hash alone, but they Moria for hash, her life hash will take you moments for memory to remember hash, blurring overseas maidens, so hash just admiration away. We dream in stuttered snaps in verse. We find no rest to finish. Heard Chaka-Khan just got engaged.
Oh.
Life so often holds our futures away from an eternal yes. So we lay in pastel pink wonderland at a hotel. Await at a festival. Or outside the moon is one day closer than tomorrow. Go on,
Sorry.
drink a shot of hope. You will always continue to think of that pretty lady in your time. At least you know that smile. Her story always makes me and many others admire the strength, courage, and creativity. So now I go back to Canada, home of maple syrup and caribou jerky, or where? Just drifting until something that fits pops up on my map. Maybe if the winds blow and my dreams show, I'll return someday, shining among all the tigers, a la Grace Jones, and write a theme song for the power struggle. My apologies. Hey, Kai, how can this girl exist? Asleep in sunlight, soft days of dreaming, no telling of last fortnight's mystery tour. Backyard roses withering and no summer dress to swathe me in. No, not yet. Now pass me another sun hat or leopard headband. Sleep on forever, you stranger here. And the summer goes on, and the beat goes on. And love once born of blood-stained days no longer fades. For an encore I break bread. See, I didn't change forever, but learned to speak in a new way and hold to myself that life is a beauty that grows in season with us. My name, we belong to the memory of who we are or ever were. We run on endless nostalgia searching for the bright sea. No more mystery can defeat me as long as I dream in pictures of home. To my soul sisters and beloved ones out there, please never let doubt blind your belief. David Byrne, having smuggled himself past the Montana border and into Canada, has a day trip to Manitoba, visits the Abandoned Harm Reduction Center, then scoots back to the border, where he civil disobediently proffers his expired passport and was promptly arrested. A cultural prisoner, he was sequestered at a cabin by a melting glacier and meant to leave the rest of his days. And it is that cabin, or rather therein, where David Byrne is visited by the divine and inspired to write a most recent testament entitled The Book of Revealer Calypsos. Oh no, my love. Were you looking for a testament of freedom and how everyone has their equal measure to make things a bit more better in these tough times? This sounds like it has been plagued by cynical minds and low spirits. I will remind you of those that are going on with their daily routines, keeping faith and compassion, helping those in need and not burning up the fires of chaos, greed, and malice.
What's happening?
Yes, my David. Why not turn on the music and get some harmony rolling back in this planet? Get everyone jamming, dancing, singing, chanting, drumming, and rapping to bring more music to the mix. Getting inspired, moving, free, and celebrating. That should break the dam of bad vibes and have everyone making good moves towards collective betterment. But still you stubborn and guarded soul be, if you must remain tucked inside a cocoon of past dreams and notions. I'll know what it's all about. No need to take your frustrations and frustration out, but not with those flaccid smiles. Bring on the seals! Vision by David Byrne in lyric form. One more night before dawn turns to daylight. Risen or remain silent as history reveals. But no, this poem we share can be shared again on the old internet tubes, for in time to come, many scholars will seek to read and reflect and derive new theories and projects and, whatever. Speaking of sand, let's pop a few fries in that hot box. Yeah, baby, we are gonna make a crab elope and drown the town in schlumpy guacamole. So no need to worry, I got a sack of red beans and rice. Okay, my lord, I won't be bothered by this poet calling my life bananas. What about the banyan trees that mark us with grace and give us shade on this journey of ours? Only you know where it all ends, unless I start an herb farm in a Himalayan jungle. We exist as living words in a storybook, each chapter serving a purpose for the cosmic will. So by no means will we despair or mourn, just like some cosmic stoner once said, chillin' in a van watching sunrise over Venus's sweet doings. Go ahead and spark those electric candles or plant-shaped lanterns to add a layer of whackness in this groove and make everyone forget their woes and worries for a minute. Let them hear the poetry, not the bad dream I was. Only the good will bring peace and security. That's enough. That's right, okay. Hey, now I dig where you're going. I give it back. No, not like some fake philosopher parrot head singing Cumbia, but giving the blessing and the taking away for those who carry. Are we friends now? What do you mean? Is that true? Because that was a total bizarro manifesto of words and visions. Here I thought we were on a serious journey, but I suppose the world is often wild and wacky in how it expresses and exists. Please forgive me if I overdid it with my metaphor. Yes, I definitely have learned to question and think, oh man, are we back to doing bunny jobs? Okay, you donate a wheelbarrow of Dax to NASA? Oh yeah, it gets him off me and less defensive. Plus, no one ever likes a hungry belly talker. So before you have more poetic or cryptic suggestions or corrections, tell me, whose Crophophrony am I? How did this get in here? Not sure. How to explain these muddied verses that take your breath away? Now if we change the words a little and lose some jaded truth, we can play tennis or chess or read a Shakespeare play while overlooking the paddy farmers. The Lamb's hero is on a roll. Vision by David Byrne, presented lyrically and inspired. Please refer back to these printed verses if you can somehow imagine our text-styled verse. We move on and carry on like notching notches on our hip when the wind don't stop blowing. 1 year gone and we count down to who goes where with the latest drama. Another news cycle, but not like politics with hot gossip gushing. No, but news stories of cats that become citizens and rescue victims, or groups raising funds to build hospitals for kids with NICU and feeding a baby elephant in critical condition that gave its life to help people. Small miracles count and so on, and to say that everything will eventually fit in its place would feel too ordinary. Huh? You want me to continue? Okay then, bring back the beat to this world that was once rock and roll and psychedelic and punk, full of poetry and paint splatter, a timeless moment. Rockabilly or surf, ballad rock, country soul or world reggae blend, it's all wrapped up in there. A mover in the groover world. And his text shall be read in blacklight in the Lord's discotheque. I, David Byrne, fulfilling his personal requirement to include the word discotheque in every album released since the 70s, we give into our soul that electro craving when all beats melt down and we dance with the sounds of glory days past or forgotten legends buried in basements. Shouts by Michael Langley upon opening my laptop. I love all David Byrne poetry, and sometimes they go beyond mere stories. This collection speaks to me on a spiritual level. Now open up my dream of tomorrow. All David Byrne written material shall exist forever in my diary of heart and poetry. Do you even consider these experiments in style a collection or anthology? Because some of this is more like stream of consciousness. Oh, great art will be gone, and we have not heard all of it yet. Just saying. Back to your kinetic wonder world tradition, David Byrne. Shalalalu Bolon Ima. Michael Landley. When she finally calmed down, she continued. I might argue that my attempts at a verse here and there, or words to a rhyme, be only superficial in place of a depth that could easily bring forth a muse of all inspirations and philosophies. Would you forgive me then if I borrowed some of your writings and phrases for my college final project, now forgotten on a corkboard in a closet somewhere? Wait, don't disappear off the screen. We are going to write an opera on what we envision. Well, mostly me, but still we will have to use some of your poetry to fill it out a bit. Go ahead, dig up the dustbuster and dust yourself off, my pal. A letter to the 7 ex-girlfriends which should have actually began this book. Not a vision, but rather an attempt to demonstrate vulnerability by David Byrne, as this could make people wonder, is that sympathy, empathy, or a complex mutation of dope decadence dream smut? I love poet and all paid, not present. Sorry, not sorry. Please check yourself before ether. I no need to go back in time to realize my deepest secret. Don't get caught in gravity or a spiral down the good vibrations road, but speak your soul. But wait, your dreams lay in mystic fields that hover near clueless koi ponds and mountains of a future untold, somewhere in Vermont. No words for when stars blot out your line of space travel. So no offense and thank you. Am I already on candid camera? Keep moving, David. Get a bucket or shovel and dig to calm your panic fire. But keep going, please. Ain't no quick ending just to hide yourself in shadows. They love you, and we don't hate people here, unless it's funny or to raise some compassion and empathy with fellow Umas. That's the funny tickle we call love. Apology to Ether by David Byrne, defending a friend's deep feelings towards the mighty in Halland. He expresses an in-depth exploration of how certain parties present may be partaking of a most hallucinatory and revelatory product called ether, while questioning why some see themselves standing above, while others deem its properties essential for the human condition, since all consciousness flows back to home base anyway and creates a continuous swirl of sentience for awareness. Hence, those against the use of ether should be deemed as fearful and selfish to their collective subconscious. Reply to Rue by David Byrne, finding an opportunity for rebirth in such expression, he urges them to break beyond boundaries and forget all past pains, hopes, and lies, unhinging them from the trance or spell that once seemed impossible. Lie fully, experience all with new eyes and rise again, remembering only those wild truths in whatever dimension you find yourself, free of constriction, even if it is only for a few fleeting minutes in the realm of dreams. Have you changed the melody and lost the core rhythm, or are we more alike than one might suggest, with hopes and ideas blossoming and we do nothing about them but wait for serendipity to bestow the seed back to soil? Or as our ancestors said, sowing seeds through wind and stone and waking us to grow the infinite garden. True art finds only true joy, that all suffering may fade into oblivion. Ah, silly me. How could one dismiss an eternal search for higher purposes and goals? Just lighten up here. So what if that means we float and dance and sway with the sweet smells of summer green forever, eating cornucopias, yahoo all day? Or having an achy, bassy, brokenly walking street in town in the woe of sad tude. Letter to Marilyn Manson by David Byrne, in an attempt to convince the budding talent that cult mentalities aren't what they are quacked up to be. We advise, in these crazy, competitive, wild rock and roll blaring, art party central craving times, to tread the softer path, get gentle, learn some manners, then bring forth something that lifts the soul while treading down below and keeping on until it's all sunshine, honey bunny. Rock and roll is a mindset, so don't blow your wig on being some extra chunky shumky and then get slammed by some mean oaky poodalookies or chocolate by stulikers. Don't give us sugar in place of ketchup or in between potato rolls or inside your pizza sandwich, he says while craving what those soft delights might taste like. Hush it, store you turn it off and you say back, while having 57 seasons of Friends in one stack. Anyway, now you've given up your satanic stage show as those kids with cute eyes have moved on to real missions and world creations, and who gives a duberdunkerb about the past now, am I right, boo? And now we brings on Doc Trumpets by David Byrne, ushering the second quarter of this Monday night football of the soul journey. He brings up the Oompa Loompa brigade of all time, and we are swept away into the next verses or adventures of words and light through sounds. Who knew the band knows full well the power of pumping emotions in the middle of an angst party crowd and hooking into their subconscious and consciousness, making it a musical movie adventure they'll never forget. Get happy mappies and give hugs for the goodbyes. It's like if someone forgot to blink or stare too long, you disappeared out the front door. Well done. Cheese does not touch mackerel or sardine on egg cream bread crust, all wrapped in green wrappery. And everyone goes to the good or wherever, except the bad bit is, they're hanging low and high in lights, blasting those tunes on jukey boxes like popcorn night, smacks those hips, cracks that seal, and wowie Zoe takes a drink. Wait, I thought you weren't Dr. King by coincidence. Is that what you are saying? Uh-oh. Response to Hufflepuff Demi Box by David Byrne. So your laptop wasn't snored out while searching for meaning, enlightenment, and that good day groove. It's okay. Now we got you running on the old dusty internet tubes, digging for them golden eggs. Okay, thanks. Let's wrap this be on time. Oh, will that bring tears in one's eye, make him cry so baby boo cries, baby be cried for why, when? Who spilled these bowls? Oh, we're late. By David Byrne, who gets caught up in the music of the end of things sometimes. His fascination with time is legendary, but mostly hypothetical, so our readers leave it up to their interpretation, maybe connecting them to some underlying existential struggles. Oh, to wear chains and break minds into halves when summer comes over all, and we try to save all we think we know, while being nowhere at all, dangle and dance into no thing. Maybe it was rhetorical nose. Still got that dream within you. Looking at that sunrise, don't you lose yourself. Final answer. The divine. David Byrne again. Who knew he had all those secrets in his pocket to lay them on the floor in order bloopers? She who must be admired and revered beyond measure for the infinite cycle and journey of human inspiration and creation, our secret keeper in the vast void. Ha, you jog me enough times. 'Cause if your dreams you want to run away with, so that in the distance, forever is a song of this connection to the divine. Donna Summer! By Donna Summer, ushering in her millennial reign. Oh, this is the vision poem everyone knows. Who only wishes to follow in its hallowed out spaceships and keep love and kind alive and spreading through humanity as the universal energy it is. Can't ever forget that forever summer star is lit on such a rainy gray night in history. This is nothing but Shedding Skin by David Byrne in lyric form. Again, here he goes so randomistically sometimes, as if it were the inner voice inside him. Oh, let me stay, but just with that poem written in print, no one will bother. Nobody sees, and when all time in and out feels the big wave coming out of the blue, where love doesn't reach beyond all. Are you kidding me? Replied to Joe Gallagher. How strange is it that he found himself visiting Nine-Stained Street one winter night when all your music goes in their brains and they breathe out smoke. This city, she whispered to me and showed me these golden lights, said she called the whole shebang where all humans are one beaten have, yes have. Final dispatch. We are happy to conclude this work on David Byrne's vision, knowing it brought us nothing but awakening and higher thought. Let us hope his subsequent works have the same profound impact and perhaps even inspire more to seek self-discovery through work poetry of visions and time. Cheers and ta-ta babies. Oh, look at that. Did I seriously overachieve this time and make you all think outside the bounds of reality? Ha ha, so awesome. Richard Belzer bursts in as the first through fourth horseman, saving David Byrne's ass. By Richard Belzer, first appearing in these humble efforts as the grand conqueror of our darkest days. With fire in his belly and on his fingers, his writings can start a fever like no other. So let's feast upon his words and drink with respect. Did I detect a reference to purple haze and its masterful portrayal of the cosmos and everything we cannot see in its true form? Man, have I caught up to the time to exist and gesture with real purpose? Richard Belzer gives you and us a rundown of all the conspiracies that have ended up being conspiracy praxis. Are they the cunning to throw us off our minds and wage it, making the capital beldecated daughter seem fun and amusing? You've messed with the zeitgeist before, so why start slinging it off and reeling into it all, you groovity folks? Anyway, catch those thoughts when they come in, but wait a minute, which type is he giving and guiding and blabber after padabality and poof, he's gone like a balloon. Ha! Did you hear that stanza or quote that will tell Ola forever Clara ficlet geni subitus stille meganius in oroscu trodden trichomotra balak begone? Isn't there a twitch and a neuron afire? Or did he disappear, floating away with dreams again and turning mummies in cities and unicyclists off to Egypt with their Viginiades and Catalan Akitakanit Nanish Hananarike? Welcome to his web that spools into it till bits or nibbits, dribbles and spews out like sauced water into space. To Nerwider Watchlob, yeah, Quota. Nognopa Zeno Snipper Colby. Yoinkdokak and Boingles na Jabamakamel Padu. Tamil Dana Timinakwas.
Sorry.
Thanks to the Bosnian Arts Consulate and to the Belgian Consulate for donating the beer that was quaffed during this production. Thanks to New York State Council on the Arts, and thank you, Governor, who funded us back in 2019, but we just got around to completing it. I'm sure you understand why we are not naming you. Just an inkling of your attention. Hint, hint. Like, don't get any out, so you owe us if you do. Just imagine we already made the payment. Good times, all right, whatever. Carry on, folks. Man is gonna make noise to please, but still we call him a machine. Sorry, I mean we. He who? Yes, he who has forgotten too much to tell which side is up. Until we kiss Asami is next season's jam. Wow!
Oh, we should bicycle ride. Come on. Coda? The bicycle ride back to the hostel in Chelsea. Because we really should make things full circle.
Coda the bicycle ride back to the hostel in Chelsea because we really should make things full circle here. Shining golden drops fill our faces from those rooftops we pass. No need to know. We'll never become statues. Just statuesque or like statue. No, yeah, don't spoil this party and banish back to your spaceship station, but time takes nothing back. So all memories spark eternal, Our faces are forever the backdrop of all happenings inside this story, in this universe where memories carry forward time and are gone, but not quite. Well, if you get what I mean, I'm fading from view anyway and being more important. And boom, all is well. Until you put on this blasted metal box, and here I am, a spackle stain on all walls that ever have gazed up or even attempted to connect with those divine ones. What was it? The bazaar didn't answer, and the king knew not. All we could hold was space, the great light between all bodies, if space meant awareness, or could bring it. You say the right word, and we shall send each other back to planets or dreamways that weave outwards through all faults and everything that was in your eyes. Or something. Haven't we delved deep enough yet in cosmic mysteries to explore? Not just what comes from and under or above and around, but what surrounds us always, even in stone. Love lifts us, but we cannot pin her, not when dreams are all dreaming together in light. And how we know that the words of Shakespeare, Pablo, Picasso, Gove, Lemur, Dalai Lama, and all poetry and books and imagineerments don't seep into a larger subconscious harmony that wraps around and through everything and has all been. Heart of something bigger? I mean, we know there are planets, suns, moons, and comets all being so beautiful and ethereal, so why not create a dance? Do you see how colors and tunes connect and influence and encourage and just live side by side for a moment before transmogrifying or fusing or making that other connection to be created like some massive giant cosmic swirl and blowout where things are sent out into time and memory to come back to you?
And that's it for now. Good to be back. I mean,